Hello, this is Tamara Hunter, and I am waiting for my guest. He's trying to work on some technical difficulties and should be here at any moment. But I didn't want to keep you guys waiting because we had the momentum going. Oh, there he is. He's showing up now. Yay! Hey, bringing him on.
Hey.
Yay! We did it! Yay!
Well, I
Okay.
downloaded the app to my phone. I didn't have it on my computer. Oop, can you see
Well,
me?
you know what? You are a superstar, as we all know. Okay, so this is, can you believe it? We're on hour number 19.
19 of 24. How
19
I
of
don't
24.
I
I'm
don't
so excited, Skip. Okay, for those of you that don't know, and I'm going to do a little bragging about my friend, and then I'll let him be humble and not want me to do it, and then we'll just go from there. Because Skip Thomas is, first of all, he's one of my chemo buddies for life. And he's been a chemo buddy for life nearly from the beginning, and been a strong supporter of the program. He also has his own nonprofit that his claim to fame, and I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be good here. I could really brag and brag and brag, but I'm gonna be good. His claim to fame is this is an award-winning um, movie producer, director, on and on. However, to me, he is one of my dearest friends. He is such a talented man, and I I got gushy. I'm going to say absolutely gushy. I always do. But I was only able to load one. We were both having technical problems. But he just posted one. He has these amazing, beautiful clips that he does, and he sings and he produces these. The cinematography is just amazing. And he did one for Thanksgiving, and it talked to my heart in such a way that I'm like, okay, Skip. He had to wait. He actually got to me. I was like, okay, Skip, Skip, because, and I'm like, he was probably doing the Thanksgiving thing with the family, but it's I want to go into the motivation behind it and your inspiration, and then we're going to actually show it. But it is everything. A while ago, I came to you and I said, if we were to ever have a song, something for the Chemo Buddies, what do you think it would be, right? You're like, oh, I'll think about it and everything like this. And then when I saw this, I'm like, oh, that is so perfect. It's so beautiful. And no, it's not, but it just is everything that if I was to ever say what it is that why someone needs to have a buddy, you captured it. You always do. So with that said, I was really, really good, and I didn't go into everything. So that's telling you everything.
well,
Welcome.
well, thank you, and thank you for doing this, and not only doing this for the Chemo Buddies for Life, because it really has a number of important factors as to why it was important in my life and is important. I wish I had it years ago, and we'll get into a little bit of that. But also doing this telethon and your persistence and perseverance and just conviction and uplifting of so many service heroes of doing this for 365 days, let alone
Awesome.
let alone 24 hours today of doing this. You're touching a lot of lives and you're making a difference and inspiring people, including me. So I really thank you, Tamara, for this. Um, for all you do, and happy to met you back. With the Watsons and working through the nonprofit and starting a nonprofit in the early days, which you've impressed me. I was telling somebody today how you were calling me about video advice. And now I'm like, I need to call her
Oh,
because
no.
you're doing such an amazing job.
Oh.
Um, yeah, really. But I'm going to walk in and get my phone charger here well, actually, I think I have one right here, maybe. So I want to talk while we're talking, but
Okay.
um, but in 2000, well, again, my film and television background is kind of for 30, 40 years, I've been doing that. And I um, did a lot in the healthcare and hospital business. And can you hear me, see me okay?
Yeah, can hear you.
um,
Okay,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
walking in here to get my phone charger because I was going to use my laptop, but I was having technical problems. And,
No worries.
and so I'm going to find my charger. Um, well, I don't have a phone charger. Let me go out.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Okay, great. All right, looking for a phone charger. Here, I'll be right there. Hang with me. But in my career, I've been producing videos for healthcare and hospitals, especially. And one of the things that um, was a big topic was cancer patients. And I produced a lot of commercials and videos for people that were getting chemotherapy and radiation and surgery. And I worked a lot with children who were basically, most of them were terminal. And we take them to SeaWorld and we take them to Chicago and places that was kind of like what was a young kid's bucket list of what could we do to help make their life special. And through that, I did a lot of interviews and so forth, but it was always happening to someone other than me. And hang with me here. I want to plug in.
Yay. We're
And
good.
there now. Um,
Now you can breathe. Take a deep breath.
Good. Found a charger. I can plug you
Okay.
in. Hang on with me. Here we go. All
We're
right. Now we're
good.
good. Are we good?
We're good.
Okay. We're plugged in. We have electricity. So in 2010, I was in Sedona, Arizona. My family's in Arkansas, 1,200 miles away. And I went through, I was working with a hospital north in Flagstaff, Sedona, and had some issues. And I went in to have some pictures taken, and sure enough, it was cancer. And um, it always happened to somebody else, not me. And I mean, I'm sure you can relate to that. Everybody knows someone who has had cancer, has helped family members through it or other people. But when it hits home and it's you that's told that, and the first thing is shock, and you don't know what the prognosis is going to be, and you end up, um, really. I think I was somewhat penalized. I mean, paralyzed, both emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I didn't even know the questions asked. I was in there by myself. And I was reluctant to even tell my family about it because it looked like I was going to have surgery, and they were 1,200 miles away. And what what could they do? And so for a couple months, well, not even a couple months, a couple weeks, I really debated, and the surgery was scheduled. Two surgeries actually were scheduled, and I finally did tell. But there was, my family and everyone, but there was no, the hospital didn't offer. They offered a lot of great, expertise and the surgeons and the care, but I didn't know anybody else that was going through this, and I didn't know who to call, and I asked, and they didn't know who to tell me. I think that since changed, but so what you're doing with the Buddies for Life is huge, and and fortunately, I did tell my family, and certainly they want to have the right to pray for. I certainly encourage the people to do that because they want the right to be concerned and pray for you, and if they wanted to come out and be there, that's great. But so many people did show up in my life, and who I mean, were miracle angels, and and they were people I barely knew, and some of them had gone through some things similar to it. Well, fast forward to this year, which is leading up to what the video and Thanksgiving. Back in January, I had an aortic aneurysm diagnosed and a leaking heart valve, and so I'm like, okay, well, here we go again.
Right.
And for me, these are wake up calls, and I think we've talked about it out there with the groups and so forth as to what's your purpose. I mean that topic is to what your purpose was in doing this, and the people you brought together and formed your nonprofit, was what is the purpose you can do and give back that you're close to, and that certainly hit home with me. And the wake up calls do that. And so in December, December I had some issues. In January, into January, I had open heart surgery and went through that, and I'm doing great, fantastic. And again, another wake up call, another miracle, another focal opportunity toward what your purpose is. And so what I did was I started my nonprofit, as you know. It was actually back before this diagnosis, but it's called Amplifying Truth, and it's basically to help promote and tell the difference. Tell what the difference makers like yourself are doing on the front line. How can I use what God's given me as far as skills, talent, experience, and do it for something other than selling somebody more widgets, and even there's a lot of great causes in healthcare and spiritual efforts I'm really passionate about, and then just the creative part. And this little video that you you kind of latched onto, I put it up.
Yeah, I gushed over. Yes. Yeah. We'll
The
just tell the truth.
well, you'll hear it in the story, so I don't need to repeat it. It'll be redundant. But the night of my surgery, the night before, and I had like 20 little wires sticking out of my head, and a hospital gown on, and a friend of mine that was a minister came in and to visit me. A lot of people were coming in the night before, and so I asked her. She prayed with me, and then I said, "Would you dance with me?" And so you'll hear that, and she did. What I didn't tell you in the video, I tried to pull. I thought, let's just go out in the hallways, kind of like a Robin Williams moment. Is like I just thought, pull out in the hallway and bare moon everybody, and let's go by the nurse's station. Let's go ahead and make a scene here, but that didn't quite get to that. But
Your personality, it's just you gotta chuckle, right?
yeah, it was an opportunity I couldn't pass up, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to put her through it. And so, being a minister and all, some of those people might have gone to her church or something and think, "Oh, great, I saw her dancing with a half naked guy in the hallway of the hospital." Um, but it was a song that came on called "Let It Be Me" by Ray LaMontagne, which is an amazing talent. And it was really about us needing special people in our lives. And when we've lost faith or we've given up, I mean, do we have that person to reach out to and let it be me or let it be them? And it's really a plea um, to reach out to other people like you're doing and your effort. And that's why I so hope you're getting great support and awareness, because if people would just have that attitude of let it be me,
Right.
and let me be the person to help you or a neighbor, and especially those who have experienced, a traumatic health event like cancer or the heart thing I went through, is to how can I be of service and help? So that's where I was sitting by the fire on Thanksgiving night after being with the family, and of course we think about what we want to give thanks for, and certainly the people in our lives, our family, and those that have been there. And that moment flashed into my mind and heart, and I thought, I just want to. I've never put the phone on. I've always wanted to produce it. So this was, the guy before you on the guest was amazing story and so inspiring, but talked about 40-piece orchestras and all this, and it's very beautiful. This is this is a guy that's more beer drinking around a campfire kind of music, and so.
But you know what? You both have, and can I ask you to just move the camera a little bit because I'm not seeing all your eyes. You just
Oh,
there you go. Thank you. Now we can see.
you
We
see
can
the top
see
of my.
you. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see. Yes, absolutely. You're adorable. So we want
Oh,
to just
you're
get the
sweet.
whole skip
The whole.
experience.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So, and the thing about Jeff, the thing about you is that you both have your unique talents and that you're both absolutely real. and that's what I just that my heart goes out to those kind of people that are willing to just say, okay, this is who I am, this is where I am, and that have a good that have a good heart. And you have a very, very solid, good, loving heart, and I know that. So does Jeff. And so there's no comparison. And anyway, you're talking about filming with a phone. I've been doing a lot of that lately.
Well, the first time we tried to do the Service Hero thing, I had a very cheap phone. It didn't work. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a better phone. And I finally broke down and got a new iPhone.
Oh, well, I have a Samsung Note that the determination is still not out. I mean, it's out. It hasn't been decided yet exactly where, and it's temperamental, but that's okay. So am I. So we lost him, but he'll be back. I know. So let's skip a moment to come back onto the on, and we will actually have. You guys are gonna get a treat to see. Hopefully he's coming back. No, just come back, Skip. Don't call me. Just come back on. I'm waiting. Okay. All right, my dear friend. And in the meantime, let me tell you about our experience. He bought a new phone because of that little learning experience. I ended up becoming a very dedicated BeLive app person because of that experience. I had a couple of them in a row. And so there you are. I knew you'd come back.
Yeah, my alarm went off or something, so it's
not a problem. Not a problem. So, what I wanted to do, and I was not able to, and maybe I can after we're done with this one, but I think I got it where we can play the song that we're talking about. And it really, I love the way you filmed it. I love just everything about it. And you were saying that you had your phone, that you were by the fireplace. And what gave you the inspiration to just do it in a black and white type of motif? The hat, you were directing, producing, and filming, and you're the vocal talent. You're doing all of the roles all at once, and it just, to me, is just like, oh wow, that's a Skip. That's a Skip creation, and it's beautiful. So,
to answer your question, I didn't think about it too much. That's why it happened so fast. It was cold out there. I had a fire, and I had the guitar, and that song kind of came to mind. And I played it, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to Facebook this and do it just in black and white because it was kind of a black and white. I don't know, kind of night, just with the clouds and the moon and stars and the fire, and I had a cowboy hat because I don't have any hair on my head, so that was helpful, keeping some warmth there. But it was just a spur of the moment thing, which I've really never done before. But it was
let's play it. I am a big fan. I love what you do. I just always love seeing the way you put things together. This one, maybe now I understand why this one, it just like spoke to me, and I'm thinking, wow, and the fact that because you are a master storyteller. That is what that's what people know of you. That's where you just absolutely, people call upon you to tell stories, and you can help others to learn how to tell their story through film and the digital medium. And this, it's just so different. And now I get it. I'm glad you told me the backstory on it because I understand it that much more, and I love it that much more now. Okay, so play it. Let me see if we can do this, because this is the first time I'm playing off of something. Now I understand why it was different, because you actually recorded it on Facebook Live.
Yeah. Well, I recorded it on directly to Facebook.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. That's why it's a little different because I was trying to figure it out too. Okay. Once again, we're trying to do this whole thing kind of like learning together. Okay. So this is fun. All right, my dear. Let's put this up here. I am, let's see here. We're going to do this. Okay, let's wait. Just a minute. Okay, wait a minute. We're going to start again because it's not very loud. Let me see what's going on with the sound. All right, here. Okay. Maybe that's the one. Okay. Okay, so. Well, hopefully this is. Guys. All right, here. Okay. Maybe that's the one. Okay. Okay, so. Well, hopefully this is. Okay. We're going to try one more time. I don't know why. All right, here. Let me see where that other one is playing. Maybe that's the one. Okay. We have a ghost going on, Skip.
Ah!
I know. I'm almost scared myself. Okay, let me just see where it's coming from. Okay, this is just too weird. Okay, I just gotta like. Okay. We're gonna try one more time. I don't know why. All right. The other one is playing. Okay, just. Okay. We have a ghost going on, Skip. Ah! I know. I'm almost scared myself.
I'm not hearing you. Can you hear me?
I actually
Well, there you
muted
are.
myself to see if that would stop what was happening. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Let's see. You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it. This is just. Oh, this is fun. This is a lot of fun. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh yes, please. Okay, thank you.
How about this?
I love it. That's why your mic. That's why your mic.
This is called Let It Be Me, and so let's see if I can remember the words. Huh? There comes a time in everyone's life when nothing seems to go your way, where nothing seems to turn out right. There may come a time just can't seem to find your face. For every door you open, seems like you get too slapped in your face. That's when you need someone that you can call. When all your faith is gone, feels like you can't go on. Let it be me. Let it be me. If it's a friend that you need, let it be me. Seems like you're always coming up last. Your pocket's full of nothing, ain't got no cash. And everywhere you turn, you got no place to stand. You reach out for something and they slap your hand. I remember all too well how it feels to be all alone. Sometimes you give anything for a little place you can call your own. That's when you need someone that you can call. When all your faith is gone, feels like you can't go on. Let it be me. Let it be me. If it's a friend that you need, let it be me. Let it be me. Let it be me. If it's a friend that you need, let it be me. Let it be me. Let it be me.
Oh, love it, love it, love it. You know what? Thank you. Nothing like serenaded.
Nothing like removing the technical obstacles.
That's right. You just serenaded all the Chemo Buddies and Service Heroes and letting them know that they don't have to do it. You know, I love it. Let it be me. Just, you know, let it be me. I love it. I love it. And, you know, the story behind the story and when you were sharing it and you've been there, you know what it feels like. We've shared that story. We've talked about it before.
Well, and having been through so much work with providing and promoting what healthcare workers are doing and surgical competence and the radiation and chemo therapies and the kids going through. One of the things that, I mean, you know the need. I mean, when you know the need personally, and that's why when you say "let it be me," that's really what we would hope everyone would, get the fire lit in their heart of let that be me. Let me be the person that steps up to help a neighbor or help someone, and we all have gone through things that we can share. It's not just cancer. I mean, just like my heart issue. If there's other issues, if you've lost a child or a loved one through whatever, there are people that need each other that can relate. You can't just go to a clinic, take a pill, or go to a therapist and say, okay, yeah, well, that's helping me. But when you've got someone like yourself who really wants to walk somebody through it, and not just walk them through and with all the ups and downs, but really to lift people up and say, this doesn't mean it's over. I mean, I did a video back and it was sent to like 40 different countries. It was called, and it was about kids who were looking. It was about kids who had cancer and how their friends in school, they had a good friends and they wanted to help their friends through it. And these were little kids because in school, kids can be so cruel.
Right.
I mean, if you've lost your hair, if you're sick, if you've got radiation markings on it, I mean, kids can be, they're kids and they can say cruel things. And so we did a video, and we used buddies of these kids in schools and talking about how they help their fellow friends through their, illness and through the treatment. And it was actually a video that was the name of the video was called "Hairballs on My Pillow."
I remember you telling me about this a long time ago.
Yes, and it was.
Yeah, right. I remember this. Yeah.
Well, it was decades ago, and I've got a VHS, and so I'll try to load that up and put it on. But somebody had said they got tired waking up in the morning and finding hairballs on their pillow.
Yeah, yeah.
And but the video itself was almost a comedy, even though it was very serious. because we reenacted scenes. One of the kids said that time and time again, they said, "Oh, you've got cancer. When are you going to die?"
Mm-hmm.
And at first it really, I mean, he went home, talked to his mother and everything, but he decided he was going to turn it around and have fun with it. And so when the next person asked him, said, "When are you going to die?" He said, 4 o'clock on the basketball court today. So he had PE, and so at 4 or 3 or whatever time it was, he staged his own like fake death just to like people go, "Oh my God, he said he was going to die." So we reenacted and talked to his best buddy at the time of kind of conspiring with him to set that up and have fun, of making a point with the other classmates. Um,
Right.
but yeah, I'll have to find that and put that up. But
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. And in fact, I remember because I remember looking for it, and I trying to do all sorts of searches and everything, trying to find a hairball.
it was it was way before the internet.
Yeah, yeah. And then I remember you telling me that. Yeah, I have these pictures of that. For some reason, I think in pictures, and I remember that we were talking about it, and I had it in my mind that you have some kind of maybe an old VCR, an old track tape or something
Yeah.
in some box or something, and maybe your trailer or your motorhome or whatever, somewhere in and I'm thinking, okay, that's where that is, and I think you were converting some of the video back in
Yep.
the day, right? And
Yep.
so it was like, okay, someday. So,
Yep.
all
No,
right, no, I
I
remember.
saw it. I came across it in a box, and so I'll get it and I'll put it up on
Okay,
because
all right,
I've got my website up and it's got a few things, and I'm really kind of prioritizing what I'm working on these days. But Amplifying Truth is my 501c3,
right,
and the website is amptruth.org.
right.
There's a few projects on there that I'm working on, and one I finished not long ago that, again, people finding their purpose and doing. This was a rescue of horses, and
Horses, yeah, the horses.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's a
they,
good one.
yeah,
That was
and
good.
these, yeah, kill pin horses, and then the people that were the volunteers were special needs family, a lot of Down syndrome people and so forth that would work and train, and these became equine therapy horses. And then they started building tiny houses for veterans, homeless veterans,
Huh.
and they would put a special need family with a homeless veteran behind it in the next. And so they created this little community that really, with the horses, that is kind of a threefold solution to several problems. But those are the kinds of things that I'm enjoying working on, as I've kind of had these wake up calls. So,
And
yeah,
you've had a few of them, and we've got a lot of love going on here, so we're going to share some of it right now. A lot of our friends are talking, and I think they would be kind of like thinking, Tamara, why are you not sharing? So we have, of course, Sharon saying hi. She wants to say hi to you, and then we have Rose. Yeah, yes, I agree. Rose, and there he goes. He'll be back. Okay, so Sharon, yes, and Joy. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is, but he should be back any minute. So I don't know what that is, Joy, that you have there. Christina Wallace. So good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving. And love you too. And yeah, yeah, everything. It's always fun to talk with all of you guys. So much fun. Okay, so Rose, Skip, you are such a blessing to so many service heroes. Yes, you and Tamara are responsible for showing the world the unsung heroes of the world changers, the nonprofits that make their missions to make a difference. Thank you, Rose. Thank you for putting me in the same category as Skip. Wow, that's pretty big. Thank you. And I'll try to live up to that. I know that he has done so much. And where is he? He'll show up again. All right. So, oh, that's cute. Yeah. Giggling out loud. Yes. Yes, David Jones is in the house, and yes, Skip does rock, doesn't he? He just shows up, and then there's a masterpiece. There's a masterpiece that just some kind of video that he like talks to us for a few minutes, and then boom, it's perfect. Like it's just amazing. And then Sharon, you know, beautiful lyrics. Wasn't that what a voice? What a voice. Alice. Alice, yes, great song. I agree with you completely. And yes, you're right, Sharon. No need to encourage. We need to be encouraging, not discouraging people. Absolutely. And Rose, let it be me, the voice of the voiceless, the strength of the weak, the light of the living in darkness. And your song reaches so many levels of strength. Love you, Skip. I agree 100%. I'm there with you. Amy Morris. Oh, pajama party person. Hour number 4. We're going to be notorious for that. That was fun. You know, I'm glad that you're here and enjoying this. It was great, wasn't it? And you know, I love it when you guys start talking to each other. We're having a little conversation and party. So thank you for doing that. And Amy, thank you. The energy's starting to kind of like fade a little bit, but I'm there. I'm not going to give up. I'm not. Okay. And then Tracy, so good to see you. Nice to see you tonight. Just be on fumes. Yeah. Yes. The energizing bunny is kind of like getting a little, but you know what? I'll get there again. So I don't know where he went, and we've got a few more minutes. And so, Skip, if I'm sure you're watching, I have no doubt. And so, if you can't get back up on in the next few moments, I just want to say thank you so very much for being a part of this 24 hours. And just, you know, what is it? We try to get something like this technology thing. We'll get it worked out sometime and have a lot of fun with it. You know, I think we have a lot of fun trying to figure it out. Nothing else. We try, right? We're not giving it up. We're not. And that's why you're just one of my buddies, and just absolutely adore you, and I just treasure the friendship, and that you're always there, and I can't even say enough about that too. And so, you know, we're getting down to the wire, guys, and this is a fundraiser, and I want to say thank you to Jay Johnson, that has been for a while, and I don't see it here, but on the last one, he was copying and pasting in some of the special deals that we have. And I just want to remind you guys, until the hair bands are gone, we had those for basically, it's basically, think about it, it's nearly cost, and they're a gift, they're a donation, so that those that are affected by cancer and that have a wig, and possibly it's floating around, it's moving, it's got its own thing going on, or you don't want to wear a wig and you want to feel pretty. And there's so many of us, so many that when you go into the holidays and you're a little different, sometimes you know, it's just like that old story that they were talking about, the kids feeling different, and you know, not necessarily not, you know, being bullied and such. It's not that way with an adult, and trust me, I have no problem being different. You guys all know that. But the bottom line is, when you're not feeling well, it doesn't matter if you're different, if you're the same, if you're sick, if you're not. It just means you're not feeling well. And if it's the holidays and it's a special time and you want to show up and be there with your family, you want to have an opportunity to show up at your very best, and to have something so simple as a little bit of bling that has been given, you know, is really cute. I mean, Kelly wants to wear like, she's much more stylish than I am. They're laughing at me. Yeah, I know. It's pretty ridiculous. Me wearing something that's, oh, he's back. I get to say goodbye to him. This is very cool. Okay. You showed up again. I knew you would.
I
So
thought I was here, but I guess it went off. But thank you,
yeah,
Rose, and
yeah.
everybody. And those messages were beautiful, and I love
Aren't
all of. Yeah, that what a wonderful family of people who have such big hearts and convictions. Bless
yeah.
you all.
Exactly, and we do. We have, we do. The two of us belong to a family, a coalition of
Mhm.
nonprofits that we really are a tight knit group, and we really are there for each other. We care for each other. We watch each other's backs. We celebrate each other's successes. We're there to support each other when we try something and maybe it didn't kind of work out the way we wanted it, but we're ready to try something new. They're like, okay, let's go. Right? And it's so wonderful to have that kind of a support system, and it's exactly like what Chemo Buddies for Life is all about. And from the get-go, when we first met and started communicating, and you were so positive in the very get-go. I mean, I remember, oh my gosh, did you realize it was a year ago on Giving Tuesday? A year ago, it's Giving
Wow,
Tuesday.
wow.
It, wow,
Yep, that's right. That's right.
wow,
Lots happened in the last year.
wow, wow.
Yeah.
I just made that connection.
Well, good
Wow.
memory.
See, you had to
Well,
come back so that connection could be made.
yep, yeah.
That's
That, so
incredible.
it's a 1 year anniversary. Yep,
It
I love it.
is. That's crazy because it was after that because you were like, okay, I gotta talk to you guys. I want to talk to you, and we did, and you were just like, okay, all right, let's do this. You need to do this, and you were the encouragement of that. That is amazing. Am I
Well,
still there? Yeah, I am. And so thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh,
Thank you, Tamara.
you are okay.
Yeah. No, it is, and well, and the inspiration you've brought back to so many other people is huge, and what you're doing, and the support I hope that you're getting because you're getting such great exposure. You're out at all these conferences. You're in front of on the stage speaking, and you've got an amazing technology behind you now with your program. I'm sitting there going, man, I need to talk to her. I got some questions on technical questions for you instead of the other way around, which it was a year ago.
You're generous. I
No, it's
love you.
true.
You're
Love
just like
you.
making me feel good, and here you are who you are.
Well,
Thank you.
well, thank you, and thank you for what you're doing, and all these people that are making such a difference. That I mean, you've really, as you've as you know, I mean, when you've talked to people at hospitals and different groups and clinics, is this is a missing link. And I'll tell you what, as far as medicine, it's one of the biggest medicines that help us through this, without question. It's huge. So thank you very much.
You're welcome, and thank you very much too. Wow, I'm blown away, and happy Giving Tuesday anniversary, happy anniversary of a friendship that is. We are Chemo Buddies for Life, my dear, and you know what? We're just gonna go forward and let's see how what next Tuesday Giving Tuesday looks like, and we're just gonna like, wow, can you believe it? 2 years and look what's happened. I mean, after 1 year, look what's happened,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all
And good
right.
job to everybody out behind you with all the Christmas decorations. It's really beautiful.
There, a lot of them are here on the side right now, and they're just a support group that, yep, there's an amazing support team here in Vegas. Why do you think I come to Vegas when I live in Southern California? Because they're here and they support, and they stand behind this whole process. So it's really
Well, I thank them and applaud them for all they do, and you too, Tamara. So bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas season. Be safe. Oop, I think I lost you. Hello.